funny.
No,
Brewer Unleashed.
Oh, Brewer. You know
That's a
Brewer,
good
Jim
one.
Brewer.
But he's not here.
Oh, he's not? He doesn't do the show from
I
here?
think he's doing it. I think he didn't come in. He's doing it from his house.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. He didn't even come in to see you, Brewer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought I got to do it from my house.
I thought Mad Dog Unleashed was.
Oh, Unleashed you do. Mad Dog
No,
Unleashed.
but Brewer.
No,
Unleashed. He just
Brewer.
reminded me. Brewer has the same name. as
Brewer,
Mad-
you mean Mad Dog took Brewer's name, Unleashed?
It's Unleashed.
It's Brewer Unleashed. That's
How can we have that? How can we have...
Everything's Unleashed on Sirius.
Yeah, no.
They all stole it from that Byron Allen.
He was Unleashed.
He had comics Unleashed.
You're right. I remember he was Unleashed, too. All these guys were Unleashed.
I went on Byron Allen's Comics Unleashed.
Yes. How was that experience?
Well, first of all, you couldn't be more leashed. But he would,
When was he ever unleashed?
he would do the craziest fucking segues ever. Like, you know, he'd just ask you for some bits from your fucking act, right?
Right.
So then he talked to one guy. I've had to follow fucking Schimmel, right? So he's not a good guy to open with. So Byron Allen's like, so, Robert, I understand you have cancer. You know, that's his fucking opening. So Schimmel's like, yeah, I have cancer and I'm fucking the girl that...
Right.
boyfriend, and then he turns to me and goes, and Norm, you got a dog.
Sounds like you guys were unleashed that night. You really were laying it all
But the
out.
funniest thing I heard him say is, he said, because, you know, he just gets the jokes beforehand and then tries to think of a question. So he had John Lovitz on, and he said, now, John, I understand you're getting older.
That didn't happen.
That did happen.
I got to have a tape
I swear
of
to
that.
God, that happened.
John, I understand you're getting older. Had a joke on aging. Wow.
That's like I told the Carmen Electra was on that show later. This is my favorite dumb chick moment of all time. Dumb hot chick. And the girl said to her, it was one of those, that black chick who hosted that show for a while.
Aisha Tyler?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was her. So she says, Carmen, what's the one thing you can't live without? And she said, she thought for like 30 seconds and she said food.
Well, she answered it properly.
So you're
That's
a
true.
human, so you're a human
It's got to be
being.
either oxygen or food, right? What else is there? Let's take a couple of phone calls for the great Norm MacDonald. We haven't seen him in years.
I know, it's so nice. You know, last time I came up here was with Artie when we were looking around the studios. You were showing me the new
Right, yeah.
studios.
Right, yeah. You're talking about a couple of years already.
Yeah.
You're busy. Listen, what can I say? What do you think of these comedians? Like Dave Chappelle stays on stage sometimes 8, 9, 10 hours.
Yeah, I know. They have Dane Cook in L.A. They have this contest now.
Yeah.
Who can stay on stage the longest?
Isn't that ridiculous? I mean, doesn't that...
Well, it's kind of... The audience is really the people that should get the prize.
Exactly.
I know. I mean, that you can get even the best comedian. You would get fatigued after a while hearing that much
Anybody
comedy.
can. I mean, if you can kill for it, should be, you know. If you go 5 minutes without a laugh, you lose or something. But otherwise, this is just talking to a mic.
Do you ever get up on stage and think about the absurdity of it all? Do you ever sit there and you're in the middle of your act and you go, like, what is my job? I'm standing here in front of a bunch of people and they're waiting for me to make them laugh. Isn't that the craziest profession in the world when you think about it? I mean, isn't that does it ever drive you insane? Do you ever wish you did something else?
Well, I did manual labor before, and I liked that a lot.
I was a dishwasher. I loved it.
Yeah.
But the pay was shitty.
The pay's shit, but somehow I always had money. I don't know why.
You yearn for
I
those
don't got
days.
no money now.
All right, Ralph, you're first up in Jersey. Go ahead.
Ralph.
Norm.
How you doing, baby?
Good, man. Hey, first of all, Norm's a great stand-up. I highly recommend his show. I've gone a couple of times. It's really good.
All right.
And I'm not going to repeat anything that Norm and we've talked off the air about Artie, and I don't think you're being 100% honest there, Norm. I think you know that there's some things you say. I don't think that you're saying that Howard's responsible for Artie's behavior, but the show just encourages it.
Yeah, of
Well,
course
that's
it
what he
does.
just said.
And there's no, and then there's no consequences, and that's where I think so. Like Artie falls asleep. What job could you fall asleep at?
Well, Ralph brings up a good point, because every guest has to talk about this now, I think.
Yeah,
Chris
this
Rock
becomes a segment.
said that, Howard should fire me. That's what he said. Because if I didn't have money, I wouldn't be able to.
Well, if you weren't so funny, you would be fired. I mean, that's the bottom
Do you
line.
recommend that I fire Artie?
You get away with it because you're so funny.
But if Chris Rock said that, he's incorrect.
That's not the right move.
If
Don't fire your friend.
there is a job that you can fall asleep at.
Sure.
Because already falls asleep.
That's right.
Guy's sitting right there.
Let's go to Debbie. Debbie needs to speak to you, Norm. Go
Hey,
ahead. Debbie.
Norm.
Hi,
I was wondering what you think about Artie always complaining about the movie Dirty Work, because I think it's hilarious. And in his DVD, he gives people money back for if they paid for it.
Yeah, no, that's funny. No, it's funny because Dirty Work is a movie that's you know, just how can I put it? It's just bad.
It's hilarious.
I know it is a funny movie. I can't apologize for it.
Chevy Chase was in it, and he said that unfortunately he was disappointed because it was really like an R-rated script, and then the studios got a hold of it and cut out a lot of funny stuff.
The studios
Why
are
does
so
Artie
fucking
apologize for it?
Yeah, well,
No, I mean, I look, I love the movie too, but it's a movie that's fun to make. Listen, the kid at my shows, they have 50 DVDs, and they asked me to sign it on stage, so I thought of a joke for it.
did the movie make any money?
No,
It did not make any money.
But the funny thing was, Chevy was right, because I remember the fucking, there was that guy Greg, remember? There was a guy from the MGM, you know. So the movie was pretty fucking dirty, I thought, and they kept going, nah, this is a PG movie, you know. And we're like, really? Like, it seems like an R movie, you know? We're saying a lot of dirty stuff in here, and we're doing dirty things. And no, man, that's fine. So we didn't do any retakes or anything, like a clean version, you know.
Right.
Then they gave it to the MPAA for notes, and they gave the script back with no notes. Usually they make little notes.
Sure.
They said, "What are you fucking guys crazy?" You know. They didn't even fucking dignify with a single note, because the whole thing was so
dirty.
was so obviously an R movie.
Wow.
So then we didn't have any fucking backups. We had to cut scenes. We had to do retarded looping. That looked like nothing.
I would like to see the original version. You know, Artie does that joke. He says, if anyone didn't like Dirty Work, I'll return your money. You know, he's already returned $90 million. The guy's bankrupt.
No, you know what it is?
That's very flawed.
Yeah. Ralph,
How could the movie, Howard?
Yes.
How could the movie be a failure if you returned $90 million?
But it wasn't logical what I just said. Ralph, go ahead.
So I'm at dinner with Norm once, or lunch or something. We're at a big table, like all these people sitting around, and Norm puts his hand on my leg, not rubbing my leg or anything, just puts his hand on my leg. And I don't know, like it was weird, but you know, Norm's a weird guy. I don't know, maybe he was fucked up. I don't know. His hand was just like on my leg.
You didn't knock it away, did
No.
you?
And then 5 minutes later, Norm goes, "Hey, you know, Ralph is a fag. I've had my hand on his leg and he hasn't moved."
That's how I test people.
You test them.
I
So
test
you believe
people.
Ralph is gay?
I test people to find out if they're fags, and that's one of my tests. Can you imagine letting a fucking dude grab your leg for 5 minutes?
You mean Ralph didn't say anything?
Not a fucking word.
Ralph, you're gay.
Aren't you the fag for grabbing my leg?
No, he's testing
his
you.
test.
Norm, you are a genius. I really mean that. You might be the greatest genius of all time. You are the only one who figured out that Ralph really is gay. Why wouldn't you make Ralph? Why wouldn't you make Norm remove his hand?
Yeah, say, what are you doing?
What?
I don't know. I found it funny. I didn't know.
And if he grabbed your cock, would that have been funny?
I've been giving Ralph a hand job for 20 minutes.
That was later.
Norm, you are a genius.
He laughed.
I love that.
Norm blew me too, but
I like how it becomes the other guy now.
Let's go to thank you, Ralph.
That's why I test if guys are fat.
All right. Have you tested anyone else as a fag, or is that the only?
He tried it the firfirst day of Dirty Work. I fucking punched him in the face.
Yeah, you see, and that's you knew he wasn't a fag.
No, I knew he was a fag. He overreacted.
Everybody's gay.
I patted him on his shoulder. That's all.
You must think I'm
You
super
fucking clocked
heterosexual.
me.
You never tested me like that.
You ain't no fag.
That's right. Nick, go ahead. You're on.
Howard, I just wanted to say that this is the funniest interview. I'm literally pissing my pants.
Norm is terrific.
right on point, and he's the funniest son of a bitch who's ever taken a sip of water, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, then you'll want to go see him at Caroline's on Broadway.
Absolutely.
You better get over there.
Absolutely.
So what's
I'm
the
gonna
plan?
I'm going to scampering right down there.
He has all
thank
these
you.
old-timey expressions. I was camping right down there. Why, that some bitch is the funniest thing since a glass of water.
You're a real piece of shit. You're so funny.
That's Norm MacDonald. He's the richest man in town.
Yeah!
Me and Norm used to talk about. Norm he used to say, like, after 2 years.
Off with a hunting knife there, buddy.
Yeah, well.
After 2 years of the Norm show, he was like, you know, fuck, I got enough